Hey guys, I'm here to do episode 4 of Bad Girls Club Redemption. It's called um okay, sorry, a little slow. Well, not that slow. Okay, Bad Girls Club Redemption episode 4, entitled I'm looking at my notes. Birthday Blowout. Okay, so basically tonight was a bunch of, I guess you can say, petty shit. So basically, we start the episode out with Natalie and Sarah. They're on the whatever by the pool, and basically Natalie is saying like how I've been trying to be nice, and I'm just like, Natalie, you know you full of shit, girl. The stuff that you did this episode, I can't even deal. She knows she be lying. You talking about some? Well, I've been trying. No, you've been instigating shit, sweetheart. That's not being nice, Miss Puppeteer. You know what the fuck you doing. So save that bullshit for somebody else who's stupid as fuck. You may be able to play that shit with Judy, but you can't play with me as a viewer. So whatever. I was just like, girl, lies. Okay, move on. Basically, they cut to was Jada and Rocky, and basically they're saying, talking about Judy and all, like how she's this and this that. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm kind of sick of it being the Judy show. Like if it's not about Natalie, it's between, well, I'll get to whatever I need to get. It's either going to be Natalie or fucking Judy, and I'm just like, granted, I'm not saying that they're not working on the problems, because they are, but it's just like it's too much centered around Natalie and Judy, and I'm just like, can we do something else? I mean, I do think that this season is going good. I mean, I guess you can kind of say they're not really fighting over anything that's really super duper petty, but basically blah blah blah. Jada was talking. They basically talking about Judy. That's all I'm saying. Okay, and what's next? Oh, Laura came, and they do the usual. What was I talking about? Camilla was basically talking about how she what did she say? Excuse me, my memory is a little foggy. How am I? Okay, so basically, I'm gonna say she was talking about her issues. Sorry for the long pause. Danny, basically, she was talking about how she's still upset about the situation, and I was like, "Oh, Danny, you know what? Let me tell you guys something. From season 8, I did not fuck with Danny. I'm gonna keep it 100, but she really has changed my opinion. Like, I actually like her now. Before, I wouldn't follow her on Instagram, but now I do, and that just shows that she has changed from season 8. And she doesn't even have her sister around. But another thing about, see, this is why I say it's the Judy show. She was still talking about Judy, but then I feel like maybe she's talking out of hurt, which is understandable. Excuse me, but it comes to a point where, like, how many times we're going to talk about the same person? But some people, they are hurt by situations and they keep on talking about it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that sometimes I can be like that too. I can sit around here and be like, fuck that bitch and all that, but sometimes I realize that I only speak out of anger because I'm mad at that person, so I kind of get it. But then it's like, how many times we're gonna keep doing it? And then we cut to Natalie, and I'm just like, here go this girl. She knows she be lying, talking about something. I've been really trying to put crazy Natalie in check, and I'm just like, girl, stop bullshitting. Like, Laura saw through that shit, and I'm just like, you's a fucking lie. You don't give a shit. She killed me. This is exactly why I can't get about now. Why does she keep talking about how she has a book, she got money to be made, and all this other stuff? And I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'll save that part for next time. Basically, okay, I don't know which part was first. Oh yeah, Jada. She was talking to Laura about how I'm kind of a little, I don't know how to explain the situation, because she was talking, excuse me, she was talking to Laura about the situation with her dad, and my opinion is that I feel Jada. They never really said it straight out, but you can kind of imply it from last season when she talked about her dad. I can kind of understand because, I don't know. I was finna say something, but then I don't want to put people's business out there. This is not that. But I kind of understand because for the situation of if you've been through something like that, you kind of want to not, okay, some people, there's two different ways that people go through a sexual assault type situation. They can either be a victim for the rest of their life, or they could acknowledge it, but they don't want to talk about it and they just don't want to live in it. And it's understandable both ways. I feel that you go through a lot of things in life, but you can't let it run your future. It's a past for a reason. That's all I'm saying. And I get Laura was trying to, push the envelope, but then I'm kind of give her points for, coming back, what, I was wrong. Because I kind of thought that in the sense that Laura was doing her job, but then I kind of felt like, how Jada feels about that. She doesn't want to keep constantly talking about the same thing. And I feel on that, because if I've been through something like that, even though they didn't really say it straight out, but you can kind of imply, I would want to keep talking about my father and what he did to me. It's never happened to me, but I'm just saying I get where she come from, and I probably would feel the same way too. So I don't remember what happened because something was going on downstairs, but I remember turning back, and Jada was talking to Judy about buying her some contacts and some weed. Jada, I like you, girl, but really? Jada, seriously? Oh my gosh. I love you, Jada, but I would have told you I ain't buying you shit. I like you, girl, but what? No, you kind of did too much with that one. I get it, but then it's like, that's super petty, though. Like, you told her to buy you some weave and some contacts that you could buy your own damn self. Jada, no, girl. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I missed the part. Sorry, my notes. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I meant to say that Judy came back, and then that proceeded to happen. But before that, before Judy, like a few minutes before she came in the house, she basically had to talk to the producers, and they were talking to her, basically saying that you need to stop. You're already on drink restriction. Basically, 3 strikes you're out type mentality. Okay. And then I already said, like, I basically was like, what the fuck, Jada, about the whole buy contacts and all that. Camilla, you a mess, girl, because let me tell you something. Camilla, girl, I don't know if you ever see this video, you got some nice, pretty hair. Like, she has some good natural hair, but she a mess talking about some, she knows she a fool talking about some, you guys can look pretty with natural hair, and then she gonna proceed to say, then I'm finna put this, did she say 5 or 6 or maybe 20? No, I tried it. She said something about some 22-inch weave. I'm like, girl, you a mess. But I get it, because, this obviously is not mine, But, I put weave in my hair all the time, but I got some good ass hair. But don't let these braids fool you. I kind of wish this was my hair, but, I was like, Camilla, oh my gosh. I like Camilla this season. Okay, I will admit, the first 2 episodes, she was extra, but it looks like she's doing pretty good to me. So far, so good, Camilla. A+. So, flip notes. Sorry. What happened? Oh, okay, let me, how do I, so basically, I think Jada, oh, this is when Sarah and Natalie and Judy were in the confessional. And I think it was, who was it? I think it was Judy. She was crying like she always do. She was going off and shit. And then Jada proceeded to be like, I think she said something like, what did she say? I'm sorry. That was spit in my mouth. She said something about like, y'all doing, she was like, you ain't got to be loud. And then Natalie all of a sudden wants to stand for Judy. I'm just looking like, Natalie, you are so fronting right now. Like, you are so full of shit. Like, you're more shittier than shit. Like, come on now. Like, I can't even deal. You know you are sneaky as fuck and you're evil as shit, and you now all of a sudden you want to play Miss Devil's Advocate. Fuck out of here. She be bullshitting me. Like, for real. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, Camilla. You kind of should have stayed out of that one. Because she came out of nowhere. I'm just looking like, whoa, Camilla. Like, you doing good, but, this ain't got nothing to do with you. And then, basically, woo, they going back and forth, whatever. So, that's what they do. It's Bad Girls Club. They always argue. Whether it's good times or bad times. They always argue. Okay, I got some tea for you guys. So, basically, for anybody that, doesn't know that sometimes this show is very edited. I think I read from a Facebook Bad Girls Club. Maybe, okay, if you know BGCT on YouTube or Instagram, you can follow her or he or she, because they bring the tea. So BGCT is, I got this cup. Hold on. Watch what. I got a tad bit little water. You just can't see it because of this light. But I'm finna sip after I tell you this tea. So, the reason why Camilla actually was crying was not because she was talking about her weave. Like I said, editing. The reason why, I know I'm taking too long. I know you're like, bitch, please talk. Camilla was basically crying only because Natalie supposedly, and she had brought up the fact that Camilla's boyfriend used to be her. Okay, so if that really happened, Natalie, you're fucked up. Because, okay, let me explain to you guys. It's one thing. And I know some people are like, oh, Camilla deserved it because she was talking about how Natalie is fake this and blah, blah, blah. Okay, let me tell you something. There's a difference between me calling someone fake and talk about their weave or how they look. Okay, that's what we'll talk about. How somebody look is not right, period, point blank. But you don't bring up somebody's personal issue in an argument. And I feel like that just goes to show, Natalie, how fucked up of a bitch you are, because you didn't even have to say that. Granted, even if Camilla, you felt like she should have stayed out of it, okay, granted, yeah. But that doesn't give you the right to sit there and say, and it also, another quote was like, she said that she deserves to get beat up. And to me, that is so fucking wrong. And I know some people are saying like, oh, Natalie stated this, that they was talking about her husband and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, now y'all know Natalie likes to lie. Come on now. I mean, granted, I'm not a biased person. If she did, then both of them are wrong. Because I'm not that much of a kiss ass. Like, I can see. But the way, what I'm going off of, that's fucked up of you. Because you knew damn well if you went to a situation like that, you would not want somebody to throw that up in your face in an argument. Why would you think that was okay? But if it's the case of Camilla was talking about, okay, granted, like I said, it's edited. We don't see everything. We see well, for me, an hour out of a 1 month span of a show, whatever, how long they be fucking filming this shit. Okay, 2 points. That's all I'm gonna say. If it was the case, then both of their asses is wrong. But if not, Natalie, you fucked up for that shit because you don't bring up personal people's issues. Like, that's not fucking cool. Who does that? Because you know damn well if somebody did that to you, you would be all up in your feelings. Okay, and then we get to Rocky. Rocky is basically like defending Camilla. Red and Jada were over there, comforting. I could tell that you have y'all ever cried when y'all angry? I do that sometimes. So I feel Camilla on that one, because that would piss me off for somebody that I thought was my friend, and I told them something in confidence, and they decided to use it against me. That's not cool, Natalie. That's why, okay. Basically, Rocky is like, I'm fed up with Natalie, so I'm going to call her out. Okay? Kudos, Rocky. Stand up for what you believe in. I love that about her. I love Rocky. Sorry. Not being a kiss ass, I'm just saying. So basically, okay. Rocky's mom was on the phone with Natalie, and Natalie answered the phone. She was like, hi, Yvonne, which is, Rocky's mom's name. And then Rocky proceeds to come in the phone booth, and she was like, thank you. She's tried to snatch the phone, and then both of them are like neck and neck to each other. Natalie's like, her hand up like this. She was like, don't get in my face. And then that's when Rocky, she was like, that to Natalie with her arm, and then that's when they start fighting. I'm just like, okay, here we go, the infamous opening fight. I'm gonna need, okay, you know what, Oxygen, Bruno Mori, whatever you say the name, I'm gonna need you to stop adding these damn fights. Can we see it? I mean, even though all I really saw was a bunch of hair pulling, because security is on deck this season. Like, they are not playing. Like, they grab Rocky and they just like holding each other. And then Red. I love you, Red, this season, but I cannot, I'm sorry. It goes against my fiber being. I get that you were probably defending Camilla and you were defending Rocky. I understand that, but it's like, it's wrong at the same time. I'm a type of person like, you gonna fight me one-on-one. I feel like you should have waited your turn. Like, I get that you can't stand Natalie, but you should have not jumped in. But I don't consider you, I don't know if I'm not gonna call, I don't want nobody getting mad at me, because I feel like Red is not a jumper. Please don't scrutinize me, and please don't read me in the comments, because this is how I feel. I feel like normally Red is not going to jump in a fight, but she still is wrong for this incident because it was not her fight. But it's like, I guess in the sense of, because I don't agree with jumping, but the fact that I just spilled y'all some tea, I feel like Natalie, sorry boo, but karma's a bitch. I mean, she didn't deserve to get bitten. Now, Red, you kind of was wrong for that. You could have just punched her. You didn't have to bite her. And Natalie was like, oh, you got you fat bitch. I'm just like, okay, you know what? Whatever. And then, basically, Red gets told. And another thing. Wow. Okay. Remember how in season 2 we had producers come in when shit was going on? Now, all of a sudden, they want to talk about, the rules apply and all that. But y'all wasn't doing this for 8 to 11 seasons. Excuse me, I gotta take a sip right quick. Was really tea. So, that was all the water I had. Now, all of a sudden, we want to be enforcing rules and shit. I'm confused. You should have been doing this a long time ago. Not quit and do it from season 8 all the way to 11. And now all of a sudden we want to talk about, oh, you need to go home because you putting hands on people. What happened to that being the first rule in the fucking first place? I'm sorry if you see up my nose. I hope I don't have nothing. I'm just like, come on now. You guys can miss me with that shit. That shit was stupid as fuck to me. But, basically, everybody gets sad. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little bit sad Red went home because I'm starting to like her. I feel like Red is a handful at times, but she's only human. We all have our days. That's why she says she's a work in progress. I know some people are like, oh, whatever, she's just bullshitting. I feel like, no, that's not bullshit, because I can tell that genuinely Red is, you can see in her that she wants to change, and I respect that from her. You can't sit here and deny and say that she's not trying to change. Granted, we all are not perfect, so I don't feel like anybody should judge Red in this situation. Granted, like I stated, I'm not for jumping, so I still feel that Red is wrong, because she should not have jumped in a fight that was not her place. But do I think she's a jumper hoe? No, because she has not jumped in fights more than once, and this is from season 12 to now. She's always fought on her own. So, I mean, you don't agree with that? Hey, I'm not here to say that we're supposed to agree or not. So basically Natalie gets sent home. I could give a fuck. I said Judy, I don't know what the fuck Judy was talking about. Basically, before Red goes home, her intro, her outro, she's like basically leaving, and then her and Laura. I'm so happy that her and Laura have a good relationship. It's so cute, because you could tell that Laura really cares about Red, and Red had rough patches with her, but you can tell that she cares about her too. And I feel like that's really nice to see them connect on a good level. So birthday cake. Oh, so basically Danny's birthday is coming up. This probably was filmed months ago. So happy belated birthday, Danny. And Judy, you fucking kill me because you wasn't fucking with Danny when Natalie was there. But now that she's gone, all of a sudden you want to get a fucking birthday cake and act like you care about Danny all of a sudden. But you was not, but when Natalie was around, you was not hanging out with her. I'm confused. Can somebody explain that to me? If someone already stated that we are not friends anymore, birthday or no birthday cake, I'm not going to give them a birthday cake if we have been arguing with each other. But I can kind of see, I mean, it's just kind of weird to me. I get the mature stance, but then it's like I'm confused at the same time because Danny already stated. I was looking like, we've been arguing. We're not friends anymore. I'm just like, Judy, I get you're mature for that, but it's like, it's confusing at the same time. It's like, I don't get it. She already told you we're not friends. We're not fucking with each other. So I'm just like, whatever. Okay, they go out and blah, 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 blah. And then for some reason, here we go back to Natalie. I'm just like, Natalie is gone. Can we stop talking about Natalie? Oh, another thing. I don't understand. I mean, what's up with these girls talking to each other in the shower?